requiring something, sometimes very unpleasant, sometimes very responsible, something like that.
Very nice. Wow, who knew a rock had so many characteristics? All right, how about up here? Why are you a rock?
Almost the same.
Okay.
It's also because not so fast and not so light and stable decisions.
Okay, so what she said,
position.
huh?
Yes, what she said.
Good, all right, how about
I
you?
can break some walls, and sometimes we need to break some walls, and I can do it too.
Okay, so rocks are strong.
Yes, I'm
Okay, and if you have to do something forceful, you can do it because you're a rock. Right, rock on, yeah, all right. How about at this table? Somebody else who's a rock. No, she's a silent rock. Rocks can be very silent as well. How about you? Why are you?
Not very easy to persuade. So I have my own mind, and I prefer not to influence others, not to change their minds, but let them have the room really.
Okay, so a rock knows her own mind, and she doesn't
something
feel
like that.
she doesn't feel that she has to change others' minds. Okay, good. Right, how about at this table up here? Yeah, sure.
Oh, just only try to push me. I am a rock.
You're solid.
So, yeah.
You can sit down, but be careful. Don't break your chair. You don't want anyone to chair. Green feathers. Hold on. Don't fly away. Oh, we have a lot of feathers at this table up here. Let's hear from the only man feather in the room. Tell us about your feather. If you don't want to talk, you can always say pass. You can always say pass.
I would say first because I'm not stubborn and I'm not a rock.
Good. Other feathers. Anybody else? Why are you a feather?
People say that I have a good character and I can easily communicate with different people.
So feathers float around and communicate with other people. Okay. How about some other feather characteristics?
Well, I think that for people I'm easy for communication because I have a lot of I can find some topics in common with all kinds of people. I can be different and I like traveling like a feather.
Move around.
Yeah, and it's difficult for me to be at one place all the time, so I can't say that I'm definitely a feather, but I'm more feather than a rock.
Okay, so some people are like, maybe I'm part of the time a feather, I'm part of the time a rock, so you might have a little bit of both characteristics. Someone else back here want to share? Okay, light. Feathers are light. Okay, good. All right, feathers, you can float back down. Good. So, what we did just now is, did you learn something new about someone? You just spent 2 whole days with this person at this table, but maybe you learned something new about a person this way. So this is a very quick example of a critical thinking activity. So you're asking your students rather not what is your name, how old are you, what's the correct answer, but to think about themselves in a different way. And you'll notice that these things kind of hang together. If you had to take a guess at a theme, what theme would you guess it might be?
Nature.
Could be nature. Good. A lot of you talked about nature themes. Okay, good. So when you're designing this kind of activity for your learners, you can pick a theme, pick really odd pairs of things, and try them out. Kevin reminded me today to just mention that if you haven't done learning stations before, like we did today, the first time you do learning stations, the first time you try some of these really different things, you can be prepared for them to either go really well, so-so, or not so well. And it's okay. Either one of those is okay. What I find is sometimes I have an idea in my head about how I think my learners or my campers are going to behave, and it goes completely just like that, 2 thumbs up. And then I do the same thing after lunch with another group, and it's a disaster. So sometimes it's the group or the context. Sometimes I reflect on it and I think, oh gosh, I should have gone slower. I should have done more choices. I should have done fewer choices. And so be forgiving of yourself. Be kind and gentle to yourself as you try these new things. When they don't go well, it's okay. Try them again. Change them. Do it differently. Try it with other students. Kevin's raising his hand back there.
No, I just want to jump on what you're saying. I think good teachers are allowed to fail. You go to the classroom and you fail, and you make it better each time. If you're not failing, you're not taking any risks, you're not doing anything new. Give yourself a chance to fail a few times, and you'll get better, and your students will improve.
Okay. Questions, comments about this one? Cool. Okay, good. So just a few last quick little things. Okay, the next activity we're going to try is one I call 4 corners. And if you look around the room, you'll see this corner says what? Can you read it from there? Disagree. This corner says disagree. Round face. Yeah? Disagree. Disagree. Yeah.
And agree.
And what about this one? What does this one say? Strongly disagree. If you would like to write a picture for strongly disagree. Yeah. Great. Okay, so this is the disagree corner. That's the strongly disagree. No. Kevin. Kevin has
Strongly disagree.
Oh, I did them backwards, didn't I? Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
I know I said them backwards. I just made a mistake.
It's
okay, we're regrouping. All right, so we have disagree. Over there is strongly disagree. This is strongly agree. And then what is this one? Last but not least. Agree. Okay, agree. All right. Kevin and I'm going to put Kevin on the spot here. Yeah. We're going to have you, we're going to ask you to stand up and push your chairs in. And Kevin and I are going to ask you, make some statements. We're going to make some statements. And then you're going to move to the corner. You're going to move to the corner that describes your answer. All right,
So
Kevin.
remember, stand behind.
Yeah, let's stand up. Push
Push
your chairs in. Thank you.
Get behind your chair.
So nobody's like bonking into
So
them,
we have
hurting yours.
mobility.
Yeah. Push your chairs in. Thank you. And if you have bags on the floor, pick your bags up. Put them up on there. Okay.
That's great.
Okay. Are you thinking of some statements?
Yeah, I got it.
You got one?
Sure.
You go first.
Okay. Here's the first statement. Coffee is good for your health. Coffee is good for your health. So you'll move. Coffee is good for the health.
Coffee or coffee?
Мамки собрались. Мамки, вперед.
Welcome to the club.
Точно, что welcome to the club.
I'm going to come over here. Okay, so this is a really easy way to see statistics. This is statistics in action. This is survey taking by kinesthetic learning style. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with our smallest group over here. Strongly disagree. Tell us why. Coffee.
Coffee sometimes is poisonous and it causes damage to our pressure.
Oh, poisonous. It causes damage to our pressure. Like blood pressure?
Yeah.
Gets it going, huh? All right. Okay, there's our strongest end of the continuum. Over here to disagree. Yeah? Let's hear from somebody here. So you disagree. Tell us why.
So personally I disagree, but I'm a coffee drinker. So that's why I choose soft to disagree.
Join us in that case.
I also support the idea that coffee may be dangerous to our health and maybe not dangerous but not healthy.
Okay. So here we're sliding along the continuum. Let's come over here to agree. What about agree? Yes.
Coffee helps you to wake up in the morning and to function normally, to open your eyes and to see the world.
This is good for us, right? Yeah, this is good for us. Okay, and over here we have our next smallest group, but strongly agree. All right, sell us on coffee, guys. What is it about coffee?
It makes me happy.
It's very inspiring during the day. You need energy and to be dynamic. You need to have a cup of coffee and then quickly run around. One more cup of coffee.
And then one more.
It's fun to have coffee with friends, and it's a good topic for conversation.
And people have
Coffee
been
is great.
people have been drinking it for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Research says it's good for your liver and your lungs at times, but mostly we just like it.
Does anybody want to change their mind? Are you swayed? Anybody want to move to a different group, or are you going to stand firm like rocks? Anybody want to move to a different group? You're going to stay with it. Okay, okay.
You can come across insomnia.
Oh, there you go, insomnia. She's poison. It's just poison. Just all the way around. Okay. Okay, good. All right.
Majority, the voice of the majority. Have a look.
Okay, yeah, clearly, this half of the room, it's like they're balancing, they're tipping over here. Okay, you got another statement?
Yeah.
You want me to go with one or one of them?
One more.
Consult your doctor.
Yes.
Someone else want to ask a question? Something you'd like to know? A statement.
A statement. Winter is the best season of the year.
Winter is the best season of the year. We're talking about winter in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Winter in Ukraine. Not winter in South America or winter in Florida. Winter in Ukraine. All right, what have we got?
Долго думала, но приплыла к нам.
Let's start with that.
Wow.
Yeah, tell us about it.
The same? The same.
Oh, then I'm over here.
So why is it the best?
Birthday.
A lot of holidays. Holidays at school. You can have rice. You can have fun playing snowball. You can be a child during the winter, no matter how old you are.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I do have my birthday in winter, but the weather can be not always great. That's why I'm here.
Okay. Anybody moving? Not yet? No. Okay, over here. This is our largest crowd over here. Let's hear from somebody on the disagree. Why disagree?
Because it is the coldest season and we must wear a lot of clothes.
Yes?
It depends on the bills for heating.
Okay, good. Spoken like a trooper. Yes. There we have it.
Frosty.
Really like
have red nose.
the best.
Hot chocolate.
I was in Ukraine 10 years ago in February and March. And it was so cold. I remember in the university I wore gloves.
And don't forget about epidemics. Flu, you can always catch cold. The schools are closed because of the quarantine.
But it's great.
But you can have a lot of You can have a lot of fun. You can go skiing, skating.
Yeah. Holidays over there. The holidays factor, that was a big one. It got me thinking. I had not thought about
But
that.
another thing, because of holidays, your pupils miss classes very often in winter.
That's great.
Yeah, but if we get to take holidays, that's a good thing, right? Okay, we've got strongly disagree over here.
There are bad weather accidents and slippery roads, and we hate the idea of putting on warm clothes, and there is a shortage of vitamins. There aren't any fruits and vegetables.
And coffee is poison. Drink more coffee, you'll be happier in the winter. All right. We have time for one more. Somebody else who wants to move the room around. Who has a question or a statement?
Ukraine is the best country.
О, нет, где-то про политику не надо.
Women are better than men.
Gender question. Gender question.
Women are better than men.
We're so gorgeous.
Well, I'm hesitating.
Then you stand in the middle in neutral territory.
You're welcome here.
Что, все, да, расползлись? Oh, very nice.
I'm on your side. I like women
The
better.
geography of the room is changing. I see a new island emerging much further.
Here's my contact.
Thank you.
So friend me on Facebook, okay?
That's the new
Thank you so much.
something like a middle. How can a new child be born without
This is agree, yes.
I think that a woman exists because of a man. And
Why is it because of a woman?
But I can't say that women are better completely than men. I disagree with this.
It's gender discrimination.
That's why I'm
So women and
neutral.
men are interconnected. And
I
speaking
think both variants are
So
original.
in effect, are you neutral, or I just heard you say disagree?
no we're neutral.
Neutral. Okay.
we are different, we have our own opinion.
We disagree with the
And
support
not
of
the one
this
which we are for.
Okay.
not support the we are for equality. Because the statement was women are
the men
better
disagree.
than
Incorrect to say who is
better.
There's nothing to discuss here. This is such an excellent example of critical thinking. And this is such a beautiful example of student-centered learning, because the students, the campers, didn't agree with the choices around the room, so they made their own in the middle. That is so cool. Very cool. But what I'd really like to hear from is the brave woman who put that prompt out there. Yeah, strongly agree.
Dear girls, you love men. That is why we have no woman president up to now. Okay, so women are the best.
And we have some people over here who agree. I'd like to hear more about your premise for agreeing. We have male and female here.
If my colleague belongs here to this group, why shouldn't I? And that's everything I should say. Well, and besides, I just believe in it. I have a feeling, such a feeling, and I am a rock, and nobody can, well,
But sometimes wind is stronger than a rock.
well,
Can
nevertheless,
it be like wind for you now, and we can change it?
well, if we take all those ancient myths about the
But you know
maternal
that rock
nature
consists
of
of many
goddesses,
stones.
blah blah blah, we are all goddesses here,
Sure.
so I suppose you'll agree.
It's really hard to answer that with the word better. I think I could describe my feelings best as, well, maybe like this. The purpose of a man is to love a woman, and the purpose of a woman is to love a man.
Alright, let's come over here to disagree. I see the line is fusing. Merging here, bridging. Talk to us over in this fuzzy corner of disagree.
Well, every child is born pure and kind and a nice personality, and who are we to judge that women are worse than ladies are? We're all equal.
Like Adam and Eve.
The world is
My
spin
son
on
is
now.
friend. I love him very much.
There you go. And we have a
I
man.
am a man.
answer statement. Okay, well said. Really well said. And in a very deep voice, too. All right, how about strongly disagree? We have some people over here who strongly disagree.
It may sound like a next statement, but I think men run the world. That's why I agree that I think they may be better, fortunately, unfortunately. But I think it's...
How is the world doing at the moment?
In general, okay.
Okay.
In general.
I don't think that men are better or women are better. I think that men and women are created for each other.
Yeah.
It's our position. Come on,
Yes, I strongly disagree with the statement that women are the best because of the reasons that you expressed, because of your reasons.
So you should
Change your mind. You should change, Jamie.
It's interesting. I heard a lot of the same reflections and opinions around the room, and yet people identified more clearly or more closely with a disagree or an agree or a neutral territory. So very interesting. I learned something that I will take with me when I leave Kyiv about all of you. Yes. Okay. Wonderful. Well, would you like to sit down and just have a little bit more breathing room before we go? I think we're about ready to wrap up. Okay. Great. Very fun. Squeezed in three more activities and moved around the room.
Dear colleagues, I completely forgot. I have a husband, I have a son, I have 4 grands.
I just want to, for those of you who are left here today, just give you one more round of applause. We say, pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back. You did a really, really good job. All right. Does anyone have any last comments or questions or reflections that you'd like to share with the group before you go? Throw the floor open. Could be questions for Luba, or Alyona, or Kevin, or for me, or for each other.
Thank you very much for your French.
It was very fun. Useful information.
Thank you.
Anything else? I heard earlier today, I heard a lot of questions about volunteers and some of the processes. You know how to get a hold of Luba, you know to go to her for all of those kinds of things. Okay. Anything else? You're getting ready to run to the door, I can see it.
So closing instructions now, maybe. We're going to try to clean up the room. That means evacuate. And we'll go downstairs, and then we can do photos downstairs, right? Rather than clutter here, because we do have another event. But I want to thank Alyona Suhinina of the Regional English Language Office, who did a ton of work preparing for this. She's right here. She's very quiet, but please give her a round of applause. And Luba, is it Zalubovska? Zalubovska. From GoCamps, who did a fantastic job in organizing all this and sifting through hundreds of applications from schools. Thank you.